Hey, hi. I'm Mona. This is Sacred Geometry Universe Video Journal Diary for February 28th, 2026. So, you guys know that I be just thinking crazy all the time. Just thinking about everything. I like to backtrack stuff. I like to replay things over and over. I like to examine things. I like to research. You guys know this, right? Well, that people who know me know this, okay? How about that? Because not everybody here knows that. Anyways, so yeah, I thought I have seen it all. You know what I mean? I really did. I mean, of course, I know for sure there's a lot of things I haven't seen, but like just normal, right? I thought I seen it all, but I apparently I have not. It's so crazy how people think right here. Before I didn't really think about anything because I was just traveling through. And you go places and people are friendly and everyone's nice. And that's good. You treat your customers right, wherever you go. Even the people, like, they find out, oh, you're not from here. Oh, welcome. They're so welcoming and so nice, right? And that's why I chose Texas. I like Texas, But it's a whole different story when you live here. Yeah. It's not what it seems. I thought, oh, I'm going to move to a quiet little town where I can just have my privacy and be by my... Nope. No. It is, you have less privacy, I think, personally, in a small town than you do living in the big city in an apartment where your neighbors and you're just on top of each other. You have more privacy there than you do in a small town because people are bored here. They're bored. So they have nothing better to do than to talk about anything new that happens. That is the main excitement, And when something happens, oh, it blows up. Right? It blows up. Everybody knows. Everybody's talking shit, But, you shouldn't do that. You shouldn't do that to people. Because you don't know who that person is that moved into your town. That's stereotyping. That's why, like, in the big cities and you're around people, a lot of people on top of each other, what are living here, I'm not talking about homeless. I'm talking about, like, you live in a place, everybody's so close, but you still have your privacy. Nobody cares about what you're wearing. Nobody cares about how you look. Nobody cares, right? Everybody's, like, free. Over here, it's weird. It's like Twilight Zone-y. and like, yes, the people, they're like zombies. Like, they've been groomed to believe in certain things in certain ways, and this is how we do it. It's like, whoa, yeah. And so, I made that other channel, and of course in the beginning I had a lot of trolls on there. I had a lot of trolls on there. They were, like, against the channel. And I was talking about stuff that I was concerned about. What kind of place would talk shit about a person who's concerned about children and their safety? My town. They were trolling. But you know what? It's crazy because, like, in this town, because they don't have a lot of life experience and gone through a lot of things, it really gets to them, right? So any kind of trolling that happens to them in the town, like they back off. They're like, oh shit, you know, right? But some people out here, there's a lot too. There's a lot of people like me out here. That trolling shit, let me give you an example. If I was like a race car, you know what that trolling is for me? It's like the nitrous. I love it. I love it. I love the trolls. I freaking love them. Because I'm so good with my words. I am so good with ripping a new ass into someone. It's so easy for me. I mean, I grew up around a lot of guys. I was in the Navy. I got a sailor mouth. I have seen a lot of things and heard a lot of things. People have talked a lot of shit to me too, but I learned from that too. So, and like I said before, people who know me, they know I love that shit. They used to be rooting for me. Go, Mona, go! Because they knew. You know what I'm saying? But here they don't know that about me. If they met me personally, they just met the nice hi, you know, because that's how I am when I meet people. I give everybody the benefit of the doubt. You don't know who's mean or nasty out here, so you're nice to everybody, right? Yeah. Anyways, you know, and it's so like crazy, because you know what I found myself doing when I don't have like trolls or something, and it's kind of mean, because I am the person who bullies the bullies. I was bullied growing up. Of course I'm going to stand up for anybody. I'm going to bully the bullies, right? Anyways, you know what I find myself doing sometimes is actually, you know, going to Facebook, and you read some things, you go through there, and some things that you are cool with, you know, yeah, go in there and, oh yes, I'm all for it, or sending hearts or happy faces or support of any sort, right? You're always going to get a troll that comes by and says something shitty about that. I love those people. I love them. I love them. Sometimes when I post stuff, I think, oh, I hope someone goes there and talks shit. I really do. I really, really do. Sometimes they don't, which is cool, because, you know, I'm there to support something. I'm not there to be mean. But I have to let it out somehow, right? I have to let out my own personal anxiety and anger somehow, and that's how I can do it. That's how I do it. I have what do you call it? I have anxiety around people. There's a word for it. I forgot. I can't think of it right now. Public anxiety, something like that. So I don't like to be around people because my trust level is very bad when it comes to people around me. Like, I don't trust a lot of people because I've been through a lot of things, and I see signs of stuff, and even if somebody just tells me a little tiny white lie, nope, I can't have it. I can't. I base my life on trying my damnedest to tell the truth all the time. I try to be good to others. I do know. Maybe in the past, you know, it's bad, whatever. We all have a past. But now I base my life on truth, helping people, following the law, and all that stuff. Yeah. And because I did that, like, my whole life has changed. Yeah. My whole life has changed. And I 100% believe that it's because I made a promise to God many years ago that I would be this person I am today. And ever since I made that promise and kept doing it and going, you know, meeting people and doing the best I could, my life has changed. There's no other thing that I can explain except for cause and effect, karma and dharma. God is watching. Man, I'm telling you, the universe is watching. The creator is watching. The energies are watching, whatever you want to call it. And you get blessed every time you follow the proper things to do. And that's just it. To be like Jesus. Not like, the Bible is not be like Jesus. It has some good stuff in there, yeah. But there's more to Jesus that people don't want to look up. They're afraid to look up. That's not my problem, though. Okay, that's nobody's problem, right? That's their problem. And because I did all this, like, my life is good now, you know. But people will continue to act the way they act, with the ego, with the closed-mindedness, you know, and that's why this town is not thriving. That's why it can't become something bigger or better, because of the trippiness that goes on over there. You know, I've been talking for like 11 minutes. But a car just came going around here. But yeah, you know, I just realized stuff. You know, all it takes is to sit in silence, to think, to retrace, and if there's something you don't understand, hey, Google it. You have all the answers right in the palm of your hand. If I watch a video and I see something and I'm like, ooh, shoot, I don't just say, oh, I saw this video, that's the truth. No, I will go Google it. I will look it up. I will backtrack. I will fact check to see. But people don't do that out here. Nobody wants to fact check or check into any, like, it's crazy, you guys. It's crazy. Anyways, I just thought I'd say that. I wanted to make this short and sweet, but I just couldn't. I couldn't, you know? So, anyways, you guys. This is Sacred Geometry Universe Video Journal Diary for February 28th, 2026, and I'll talk to you next time. Bye.